Oftentimes in the Torah, many of the stories are about the rulers under which the Jews lived. And so it's hard to tell whether these stories actually happened or they're reflections of the Jewish community's desire to have interactions with the ruler. But this is a famous story in the Torah as well. It's a parable. It's taken from the section known as Talmud, and it goes like this. It has been written that Alexander the Great enjoyed challenging the rabbis in debate and discussion. On one occasion, he interrogated a group of rabbis with a series of thought provoking questions. Who is wise? He challenged. The rabbis huddled together, and after a moment, their leader replied, one who can anticipate the future. Who is strong? Alexander inquired. The person who can control his temper, one of the rabbis quickly answered. Well, said the powerful conqueror, tell me then who is rich. The rich person is the one who is satisfied with his portion, one of the rabbis said. And what should a person do to live a full life? Again, the rabbis gathered in a small circle, and following a short debate, a spokesman told the emperor, a person should kill himself with study and hard work. Confused by the unusual answer, Alexander said, so what then should a person do to die? He asked. Rather, let him keep himself alive with the ways and means to ease his life, he was told. And how should a ruler become popular? He asked. The people have a disdain for control, so a ruler should respect each individual's love for freedom, the rabbis answered. Ha! Alexander exclaimed. I have a better answer. In a deep, authoritarian voice, he bellowed, let a ruler love power and control, and at the same time bestow goodness on the people. I have one more question to ask, the mighty ruler declared. Is it better to live on water or to live on dry land? Dry land, the rabbis all agreed. One rabbi explained, because those who journey by sea are never fully calm until they reach the dry land, their destination. These are sections actually that are taken from other parts of the Talmud, a section known as Pirkei Avot, known as the writings, the teachings of our ancestors. And some of these answers are quite interesting. Who is wise? A person that can see the future. A person who is strong is a person who controls their temper. And a person who's rich is a person who's satisfied with his portion. These are important teachings of the rabbis. In terms of being wise, one could say that you're wise not just by the information that you know, but being able to understand the future and what the future holds so that you can anticipate it and you can plan for it. In terms of who is strong, it's not a physical strength, but it's a person who can control their temper. A person is strong by the emotional abilities they have and not necessarily the physical abilities. And for the rabbi, who is rich, not the person who has the most, but a person is considered rich if they're satisfied with what they have. These are wonderful lessons by the rabbis. These and others are ways that they tell us to live our life in the ways that we are to be a good person. Perhaps the juxtaposition of Alexander the Great and the idea that the rabbis respond to him on how a ruler should control his people is wishful thinking for the Jewish people. For Alexander did not rule with a sense of compassion and kindness toward the people, but with a sense of strength. And so when they say that a ruler should respect each individual's love for freedom, perhaps they're speaking about their own situation where, left alone, the Jews could live with a sense of freedom. They would be happy if the ruler left them alone to practice their own Judaism and to live the life that they wished to live, rather than living under the Greco-Roman Empire. And so it teaches us something about the wish for Judaism to live under a ruler would be to leave the Jewish people to live its life in the way it wants. And so there's an interesting discussion here about the role of government and the role of leadership in people's lives. And although the leadership is supposed to help the people, They're supposed to also stay out of their lives and let them live their lives fully. And so that debate, which is a contemporary debate, is found right here in the Talmudic discussion. How interesting that many of the Talmudic discussions relate to today. So I hope you learned a little something. As the rabbis say, when words of Torah, meaning words of Judaism, pass between people, the Shekhinah, the divine presence, passes between them. I hope the divine presence passes between us, even virtually. And I wish your family and you individually health and goodness and happiness. May you be wise, may you be strong, and may you be rich. Amen.